Alright, as people have been watching my videos know, they probably don't know this because no one watched the video where I kind of announced it. But I mentioned that I was going to be uploading the Vegas footage, and what do? I upload the St. Patrick's Day footage. It'll become kind of useful, I think, that once the St. Patrick's Day rolls around, it'll give me something to, post for the day. So, in other locations like Facebook and stuff like that. So I went ahead and did that for BC and 3D yesterday, BC and 3D BC, and next time I'm not really quite sure what I'm going to do. I don't have really very much to say concerning Sunday, so I'm going to kind of mention something that is going to be available on April 20th, around about April 20th, and from Sony. It's the Sony Bloggie 3D camera. One thing I want to show here is that the camera, you'll notice that on the right hand side where the lenses are, how close together those lenses are. I mean, they'll give it a little bit of a 3D effect to like really close up shots. But even this Aptec camera that I'm using right now, the lenses are spaced further apart than that. So I hope that they do get into 3D vlogging once this is released, and they buy it, and I hope to see a whole bunch of 3D videos on YouTube once it is out. I am curious on the high definition pictures, because the Aptec i2 does not take genuine high definition pictures. It's close to 720p, but then you have to take into consideration the squashed side by side picture here. So that's something going for Sony, and it's a good brand and everything. And I would kind of wonder how the sound is on it. Sony knows how to do sound, but there's just something about having those lenses just right next to each other like that kind of gets me a little leery, because once somebody gets more than 5 feet away, it doesn't even give a 3D effect, So that'll be kind of interesting to see. It is available for pre-order at Amazon.com, and it's mentioning here on the site as well the price of it's being $249.99. The camera I have in my hand right now costs $199 from Amazon, and it's never gone down in price. So looking at this, there is a camera that's out there, and it's currently on Amazon. It's about $65 more than the Bloggie, and that's the Fuji W3 camera. A lot of people consider it kind of bad design. It's unprotected and it's awkward, but it does give you good 3D imagery. And from what I see from the samples that other people take in, I've never seen any out of focus problems or anything like that. So it's something that you may want to look into if you're actually looking for a 3D camera. I suggest the Aptec i2 if you don't want a camera that's too expensive. But the Fuji is the next best thing. In fact, if I had a little bit more money at the time that I bought this camera, I probably would be doing this vlog with that camera. But I'm kind of glad I got this one because it is more intuitive, easily handled, stuff like that. One thing also I have to mention about the Sony Bloggie here, it does not take SD cards like these other two cameras do. That's something you gotta consider, because you'll be restrained to only having 80 minutes of 3D footage available on your camera. And and just really quickly checking on that, because I do believe that that's what I just read here off of this. Alright, and see, it says 4 hours of video in the 2D setting, and I just had it here. Please bear with me. Yeah. Yeah, in 1080, 30 frames per second, you get 80 minutes with footage. However, if you go 720, it brings you to 160 minutes, which is more equivalent to what's in this camera. But you can't upgrade that any. You can't put a card in it and upgrade it to like 32 gig. You're stuck with the memory that's in the camera. Well, that's today's vlog. So hope everyone has a good day, and that they enjoy the warmer weather that's coming their way, at least for a couple days. Have a good night.